Alright, we're all waiting for March 20th when Fuji will announce officially the GFX RF100. They build the buzz around it. We're all curious to see how the end result will be and if it's a suitable option compared to the Leica Q2, Q3 or to the Fuji X100VI. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from One Lens Only, and today, yes, I'm also happy because as usual, Sony FujiRumors, FujiRumors, all these websites dedicated to rumors and leaks shared the initial pictures of the Fuji GFX 100 RF, which is supposed to be the great EDC we were all waiting, or maybe we were not waiting, but at least it will be the very first medium format EDC with a compact and lightweight body, but let's see if it makes sense or not, because despite the specs are similar to other cameras that are already on the market and are already available for a cheaper price or for a higher price as well, it might be a valid substitution or not. So first things first, this is the very first compact EDC medium format. Why do I say it is compact? Because it is fairly smaller than other medium format cameras such as the Hasselblad X2D or the Fuji GFX 50, 100, Mark 1, Mark 2, whatever camera you pick. Those cameras were supposed to live standing on a tripod and to shoot images at 64 ISO for as long as possible. So portability was not the main aspect to be challenged when developing that camera. But now Fuji, they know they are late. They never joined the game for full-frame cameras, and APS-C cameras, they have some limitations. They have been fairly sold in great numbers over the years. The XT3, 4, 5, the X Pro line were great. The X100V and 6, they keep selling a lot for the price because you get a lot of characteristics, good bucks for your money, but it's not comparable to full frame. So Fuji, they shuffled their cards and finally created this beautiful camera that we are about to witness, which is a medium format, but there are a few lacks here and there compared to other cameras, such as, guys, you know I love compact and lightweight cameras. I had my Leica Q2 for 4 good years, and now I'm using the A7C Mark II, which is comparable in size. It's more or less 124 or to 130 millimeters by 72 or by 80 millimeters for the Leica. And this Fuji GFX RF100 is supposed to be more or less 130, 140 up to 9 centimeters height, because the images that leak, I don't remember who wanted to double check the dimensions and they used the hot shoe as a standard, and so the overall width was aligned to 130 and the 8 up to 9 centimeters. Now, what it is not so portable for the Leica options is that with that Samilux glass, the thickness is more or less 9 centimeters. Reason why Fuji used a Pancake glass for this GFX RF100. So Pancake will try to limit the thickness on the camera, make it really portable. So if it's winter time, you can slick it into your coat and it will be less thick than the Leica, but that also means that the grip will not host a great battery. My A7C Mark II has a thickness of 6 centimeters because it has a proper grip, which is hosting a good battery. So this is the first question we have to double check after the announcement. How big is the battery, and does the camera come with a grip, or it will be a straight line with no grip at all, meaning you will need an additional grip. Now, the Leica Q2 had a straight line body metal, and I needed a grip because I'm always in between the will of having small camera bodies, but also the need to have a grip because I have big hands. And so with this Sony in particular, I need also the additional grip underneath. I'm using the same one that is available for the A7C R. While for the Leica, I was using a JJC with integrated Arca mount in the base plate. And then this Fuji is already higher because it's already 9 centimeter compared to the 7 of the Sony. So ideally it will have enough space to host my hands and also the last two fingers that normally are there wandering, but it doesn't have a proper grip, or at least for the images that leak. So this is the first point. The second point is there's a lot of discussion going around because this camera is rumored not to have the IBIS nor the OIS. And so this is quite a luck because with this big sensor and this much resolution, we're talking about 100 megapixel, well, you want to have a little help, at least in the OIS. Leica has a beautiful OIS integrated in that beautiful glass, and I think that Fuji, the glass will be comparable because it's a 35mm f4 in full frame equivalence. It's more or less the same 28mm that we see on the Leica Q2 and Q3, but still an f4. So it's not so fast compared to the Leica, which is an f1.7, and it doesn't even have stabilization. So with the Leica, it was already filled with megapixel. I had 45 or 47 megapixel, I don't remember, in the Q2, so it doesn't really work well with the ISO management. You can start seeing noise, but at least I had the OIS to help me compensate. And so I was shooting fair and square, even at 1/60th of a second or down to 1/20th of a second with that aid, and I had fairly usable images. While here with the Fuji, that might be challenging because you don't have the tape to help you, and you don't even have a fast glasses to help you. So you will have to crack the ISO very high, and honestly, I don't know how Fuji will manage this ISO. I only assume that since it's a 2025 release, it will manage ISO very well. So these are the only constraints that I see about this new camera to be announced, and then all the new things like the dial that you have to choose, the aspect ratio, which is already available. You don't have to get lost in setting menu. This is okay, it's a nice to have, but it doesn't motivate me to purchase the camera. I know it's a nice to have because if it's an EDC, you go with your 16:9 ratio, while if you use it as you're supposed to use a medium format for landscapes, you can go to 1:1 fairly easily, but I mean, it's a nice to have. And I don't know honestly how many photographers are willing to switch camera just for that dial, but in addition to that, there will be curiosity to have an EDC that you can also use for landscapes with great results. Just for your information, I'm starting a new session with the Sony. I'm starting a new playlist, and you will see a few episodes about landscapes because I am on Lake Como at the moment, and so the mountains are reachable within half an hour drive or biking, and then I will start using this full frame 33 megapixel for landscapes. So we'll see if I really need a medium format or not. Now, if I think about the price, which is more or less $5,000 or pounds or euros, because normally it's equal in the three currencies, well, it's a big of an investment. I didn't pay that much for my Sony, definitely, and I have also several glasses to pick up from. I have a 16mm manual for landscapes, and I have my usual 24-70, which I use for B-roll or for videos. And so with that thing in mind, the 35mm f4 of the Fuji, it might help, it might not help. Let's see how it performs on a tripod. Let's see how it performs handheld. Let's see how it performs for video, despite, of course, medium format cameras are not the first choice when it comes to video. So guys, please let me know down here in the comments if you have other doubts, other dimensions to be taken into consideration for this final choice. And with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on your social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the new videos to come, and I guess I will see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.